thank you for joining me to learn about the 448 breathing technique. This is a technique that will move your entire brain and body from the state of fight, flight, freeze back over into calm brain, rest, and digest. So your vagus nerve is a huge nerve in your brain. It's a cranial nerve, which means it comes directly from the brain and plugs into different organs and tissues, as opposed to most of your nerves, which come down through the spinal cord, out through the spinal nerves at each level of your vertebra, and then plug into the organs and blood vessels and muscles, etc. So these cranial nerves come directly from your brain, and the organs feed back into those nerves directly into your brain. So they're very powerful. The vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve. It's the largest cranial nerve in the body. It controls and plugs into everything about chewing, talking, humming, swallowing, breathing, controls your lung function, heart rate, heart rhythm, blood pressure. And then it controls everything about digestion. All of your guts, your pancreas, your liver, your gallbladder, your stomach, your intestines, large intestine, small intestine, okay? It's part of why when you're in fight, flight, freeze, when you go into alert, the first thing that happens is that basically everything from here down shuts off and stops working. That's why calm brain is called rest and digest. Because when you move back into calm brain, all of a sudden, all your digestive functions begin again. Why is that important? What if you're stuck in fight, flight, freeze over and over again? Are you absorbing nutrients? No. Are you processing and excreting cellular wastes and toxins? No. So what happens? They build up, they sit around, they irritate nerves, they cause pain, they cause cancer, okay? And your whole system just isn't working right, okay? Why does that happen? Because if you're running for your life from a tiger, your body does not care if you digest the sandwich you had for lunch, okay? It's a good system for what it's made for, but that whole system was made to get you out of the path of danger ASAP, and then you're supposed to switch back into rest and digest. You watch an animal who has some event, some stressful event. What do? They shake it off and then they're fine, okay? Problem with most of us today is we are stuck in fight, flight, freeze over and over and over again. We're responding to stress with the kids or stress at work or stress in traffic as if it's life-threatening. And our nervous system is moving into fight, flight, freeze so often that it becomes our normal. But guess what? You can't live in stress land. It will kill you. You can go visit it, but you cannot live there, okay? So we've got to move out of fight, flight, freeze and into calm brain. Our brains are very efficient. They're always trying to figure out how to make things easy and how to just go from point A to point Z without you having to consciously engage. So think about the first time you ever rode a bike. You're like, oh my God, I have to balance, I have to steer, I have to pedal so I don't stop and fall over. It's totally overwhelming. If you get on a bike today, you don't think at all. You just go. That's because your brain is efficient. It made a procedural memory that took you from A to Z, so you don't have to think about that, okay? The problem for most of us is our brain has made a super highway procedural memory to stress land. Because we go there so often, your brain says, oh, this must be really important. I'm going to build a super highway procedural memory so they never have to think about it. They can just go there. Mm-hmm. So you're going along and you just happen to even kind of look that direction. All of a sudden, you're 2 miles down the road. You're deep into stress land and you don't even know how you got there. Mm-hmm. What we have to do using this 448 breath is dismantle that superhighway exit brick by brick and move it over and build a superhighway exit to calm brain. Mm-hmm. Okay? So how do you do that? This is a very simple technique. You're going to breathe in deeply to a count of 4. You're going to hold your breath for a count of 4. And then you're going to do a slow exhale to a count of 8. As you're breathing in, you're going to say to yourself, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected. As you're holding your breath, you're going to say the same thing. I am safe, I am loved, I am connected. As you exhale, you say it twice, and that helps you keep count. Okay? So let's just practice this together. Breathing in, I'm going to count with my fingers here. So breathing in, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected. Holding, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected. Exhale, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected. Okay? And then you would just immediately start again. Now when you take that initial inhale, you want to do a really nice deep breath so you have enough to last for the count of 8. And if that's too long for you, you can start with a 3-3-6 breath, just so that the first 2 are half of whatever the end one is. Okay? So this research comes out of some testing they did, taking 28 people, put them in a room surrounded by these giant movie screens. They showed them all these scary images, got everybody into fight, flight, freeze. They put a needle into their brainstem, took out a little bit of cerebrospinal fluid, measured all of the different stress hormones and stress neurotransmitters. They had them do one of these breaths, remeasured 2, 3, 4. What they found is everybody after 4 breaths, the stress hormones started declining. By 6 breaths, they couldn't find any stress hormones. What does that mean? That means that you now have the ability to chemically change your brain and body function just by doing 6 of these breaths in a row. No special tools, nothing else needed. All you have to do is do your breath saying, I am safe, I am loved, I am connected, as you do it 6 times in a row. Okay? So the next time you feel stressed or anxious, the next time you realize you're feeling stressed out, stop, just take a moment and do 6 of these breaths in a row and see how you feel. And if you know you're someone who's got some vagus nerve issues, I want you to do these every single hour. Because what do we want? We want our brain to pay attention and say, hey, wait a minute, she's doing this all the time, a little bit, all the time. This must be important. I'm going to create a procedural memory for her for moving into calm brain. Okay? So every hour, 6 breaths. That will make your brain really pay attention and create new brain pathways, moving out of stress land into calm brain.